Okay, I just want to highlight two things that I would like to see more often. Take it with a grain of salt, because if what you're doing is working well for you, I'm not going to try to tell you not to do it. But here are two things I really want to get across to the majority of Scourges, as many as I can really talk to at this point, really. Because I'm noticing an issue with, first of all, if we say the enemy Zerg is over here somewhere, and our Zerg is back here, now let's just say we're just having a staring contest, we're waiting for someone to push, and we've got... Our group is going to be within approximately this radius because we've got pugs. Really, we should be closer stacked, like that. But we got pugs, so we're kind of like that kind of a radius. And the problem is, first of all, and by the way, I'm just going to be talking about Necros for this demonstration. So Necros, you got a couple on the front line who are a little bit more ballsy, or stupid, depending on the way you want to look at it. I think it's ballsy. It's also a little bit stupid, so take your pick, whatever. But I would recommend having most of your Scourges on the front line, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But then we got some Scourges in the mid. We got... In most groups, it seems like we have a lot of Scourges in the back line. If you're running... If your stats look anything like this, if you got Vitality, got some toughness, you should be in the front line. You should be ready to bomb. So that is a problem in and of itself. The way that manifests is, let's say their Zerg starts pushing toward us. They're going to be moving out this way. Remember, we're back here somewhere. And we got all the Scourges and the Necros on the front line. They lay out their marks. And that's good. You can probably get about 3 marks in there. Maybe you want to spread it out a little bit more. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to keep them compressed in the center here so that you're going to proc 3 at once. But the problem is that we have maybe 3 Scourges who do that out of like 10. And the rest of them are back here somewhere. And you could say that they have a place being there because maybe they're waiting for the push and they're going to wait, self-bomb, whatever. Okay, but the reasoning here is that if you get a good initial bomb, if you can stop them from getting through at all, if you can make them be like, okay, fuck, that isn't going to work, I'm going to go back, I'm going to move back because we're going to get smashed if we keep going. Which happens. I'm sure you've had that happen to you before, so we know that happens. Alright, so if we have enough Scourges on the front line bombing, as soon as they're in range, I mean as soon as, like right here, like right between the threshold of red and green, that's your max range. You want to, as soon as you see 1 footstep get in here, you want to like just lay it down, you know? And then the other issue that I would like to highlight here is, okay, so you got, that's your, probably the first thing you want to do, most Necros. So you're going to lay down your marks. 1 shade. And, yeah, okay. So I can't talk and do this at the same time, so I'm just going to, I'll show you what I mean first, and then I'll explain after. So let's say that the enemy Zerg is running toward us, and I'm one of these Necros on the front line. What do I do? Well, hold on. Just gonna... So, they're just getting in range. I'm gonna do exactly this. Kind of slipped up there. Now, they're running through that way right now. So at that point, they are running this direction, running into your Zerg. You want to cut diagonal, and you want to lay this elite skill down. And I didn't do this, probably because you don't want to pop this unless you really need to. And obviously in a demonstration, I don't feel like I need to. I don't have anyone on me right now. But typically I would pop that as well right before or right after I begin hitting the skill. So you want to get that skill, like treat it like a warrior bubble almost. You can get most of your skills down just as they are coming into your Zerg. And that is enough. Even if one Necro can do that successfully, I mean, I kind of slipped up in that demonstration. I'll show you a real example at some point in this video.
Right foot to the left side, line to the left side, line to the left side, move back, give me a bubble in front, and 3, 2, 1, leap in front, bubble down, and follow me now. Out of there, bubble, out of there, bubble. Bomb here, keep moving back, keep moving back, keep moving back. Another second bubble. Pushing into our bubble, in 3, 2, 1, pushing into our bubble in front here. Follow me here, follow me here, follow me here. Oh, crap, I'm gonna go down, I think. Touch back.
Good.
Water on tag.
Right pushing front, right pushing front. Pushing on left side in 3, 2, 1, pushing left side. DPS on me here, bomb here. Static in the back. Push them all the way back,
Good.
But if even one Scourge, good Scourge, can pull that off, you will deter them. And if you got a couple Scourges, that's a major deterrent. And if you got 10 Scourges doing that, that's an amazing bomb. And I don't see enough people doing this. Number one, there's not enough in the front line. You gotta get up here. Like, I know that you probably have a reason for being there. I know that you're probably thinking like, okay, well, I want to be there just in case I need to be there. Well, you don't need to be there if we have a good bomb and we can stop them from even getting there. So, and I just want to go over the skill thing one more time as well. I'm seeing a lot of Necros seemingly not even using all of their skills. Like, yeah, use every skill you have. Everything should constantly be on cooldown. Like, you just go through everything, and yeah, there's a logical order to it. Like, if you do a punishment and then a shade, if you're traded for it, you get extra burning. So there's a logical order to it, but in general, if you see an opportunity to lay something down, and you're not laying it down, you're playing it wrong. You're not doing it right. You gotta lay everything down. You gotta just you're gonna have, like, most of them are gonna be coming down here, and you got like a little couple of them are coming down this way. You see, pop that skill down there, and you want to get this in the majority of them, and then you want to hit your elite skill, go diagonal through, and then get your arcs. Just everything should be on cooldown. You want to switch to your torch 4, torch 5, torch 3, and then 2, and then use everything. And that's mostly what I have to say here. Those are the two biggest issues I have with a lot of the Necros that I see. Now, again, take it with a grain of salt. I've only been playing Necro for about 2 months. I feel like I'm competent enough to make this video and say the things that I'm saying, but you might actually know better than me. I don't know, but maybe you don't. So I want to bring this to your attention. If you disagree, totally respect that. Let me know why. If you want to comment it here, if you want to tell me in game, doesn't matter. I'm open to conversation. I just want to get this out here because I'm seeing a lot of Necros just doing a lot of nothing. So, yeah.